this time of year is always interesting because it's always the time of year where I go back and play some of my favorite games that I haven't played in a long time. And I recently, because of my work, got a gift card to GameStop of all places. And so I was just sitting and I was waiting for some sort of PC game that I haven't played yet. And suddenly there was a sale on The Last of Us Part 1. Essentially, this was one of the unnecessary remakes for The Last of Us that we were given, and I've actually never played it. I've never played any of the remasters of The Last of Us. Every single time I've played it, it's been the original PlayStation 3 version, and then I think I just lied. I did play the PS4 version, I think once, but I didn't play it all the way through. So right now, I am currently replaying The Last of Us for the first time, because this is the first time I've ever touched myself. Wait, what? This is the first time I ever touched The Last of Us Part 1. God damn it. It sucks because I always leave like these fuck ups in the videos to show you guys that nobody is perfect, but oh my god, that was so stupid. This is the first time I've ever played The Last of Us Part 1. I've never even experienced 2 in like the updated version that it has now. I've never played either of them on the most up-to-date way to do so. And I decided, since The Last of Us is easily in my top 5 favorite games of all time, and arguably probably one of the best games ever made in terms of single player story, I really wanted to give this a try. And man, we got so lucky with this game. This game is fucking incredible. Obviously, it helps that the base Last of Us is perfect. It's honestly, I think, a perfect game. I don't think that there's anything that really takes away from it, unless you kind of count the multiplayer, which some people do. I think that the original Last of Us game is the perfect example of not only just a great game, but how games can really come together at the last minute. Because when developing this game, Naughty Dog was kind of lost, and it didn't really come together until the last, I think, 4-ish months or so before the game initially released. When this game did release, it was everywhere. It took over the internet as it should. It took over the gaming industry, and it is one of the most not only played games of all time. I would think it's probably, in terms of single player games, by the way, and I have no data to back this up, I'm just making it up. I would think this is probably one of the most beloved games of all time. Like the fan base that Naughty Dog created here, no matter how you feel about them in the current state, is insane. Like, you cannot talk badly about The Last of Us online, or you're probably your entire credit history will be leaked. Thank God that's not what I'm doing today, because I still love this game. This game is arguably still one of my favorite games. This game is just phenomenal. Honestly, this remaster is great too. It feels almost like a remake of the original. The first time I saw this, I really was expecting this to just be basically a port of the PS4 version of the PS3 game, just upscaled to be played more properly on a PC, because I'm experiencing this game with mouse and keyboard, which I don't think you're supposed to do, but honestly, it's pretty fun. And it makes me upset that we're not getting the Last of Us like multiplayer live service game. That was probably the one live service games I cannot speak. That was probably one of the most anticipated live service games I've ever had the pleasure of looking forward to. And unfortunately, we're just not gonna get it. It's just not gonna be a thing. Maybe it will in the future. But yeah, this game is just so great. I mean, the story beats, the emotion, the music. I mean, this game looks insane with this Part 1 kind of remake. I swear, I have not the strongest computer. I like to say that my computer's kind of a tank on some days. It depends on, how it feels when it wakes up. I think this game looks incredible. I'm playing it on Ultra. For the footage I used in this video, I think I had it on normal, but it's just so good. This game is incredible. I can't even convey it. I know so many people love this game, and there's so many videos online about The Last of Us, and this video is probably not going to do well because there's just so many different people that have talked about this game and analyzed this game, and I'm not doing any of that. I'm just gushing about how I feel about it in 2024. Again, this is the first time I've experienced this version of the game, and as someone who previously hated the fact that this game was even being made, I kind of feel like an ass because I'm playing it and I'm really loving it, and I'm thankful that I did get it on sale. I got it for like $30. This game is so much more than worth it for me. I'm taking my time with this game. I'm not speed running it. I'm taking in all of the changes as I see them. I'm like halfway through the game, and this game is not that long. Like it's meaty at times, and the DLC is a good sized DLC, but this game is not like the longest game ever, and I'm just really taking my time with it. I know that the original Last of Us is over 10 years old now, and The Last of Us Part 2 is a very, very, very divisive game. Not a lot of people like it. A lot of people who do like it, they love it like it's the best thing ever made. I'm someone who, although I could appreciate the gameplay changes and the upgrades that they made to the game, the story, just the way it was structured, didn't work for me. Not to say that the story elements didn't work for me, not to say that like I hate Abby and I hate all the new characters and the changes that they made to everybody. I actually thought most of those were done pretty well. I just think that the way that they laid out the story for The Last of Us Part 2 really could have been done better to maximize the emotion that we were supposed to feel, when in reality, to me, it felt like just like a dead nail. Like it just felt like they swung and they fucking hit a field ball. A field ball? Like, what am I saying? It's like they had full bases loaded and they were going to hit a home run to just fucking win the game, and instead they hit a foul ball and then celebrated as if they won. To me, there was a lot of things that I just didn't really care for in The Last of Us Part 2 because of how the game was structured, because of how the story was structured. Now, the reason I bring that up is because The Last of Us Part 1, just The Last of Us in general, is just structured perfectly. Every little thing that happens, it goes like bam, it goes to this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and it just ups itself every single time. And this is just a perfect example of how to craft an amazing story. And somehow the show just fucked it up. I just don't understand. The layout was perfect, and the show just, I have my own opinions about the show. But yeah, if you've never played The Last of Us, what the fuck are you doing with yourself? You need to go play this game, and you should go play The Last of Us Remastered. You could get it for PC or for your PS5 for pretty cheap right now. I think the GameStop sale is still going. You can get both versions of the game, I think, for under $60, which is crazy for me to think about. But yeah, if you guys enjoy these videos where I talk about just like games that I really, really like, I feel like I'm just overall a pretty positive person on this channel, then let me know in the comment section below. And if you have a game that you feel this strongly about the way I do about The Last of Us, let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear about it. And YouTube is still telling me that 99% of you are not subscribed. So what are you doing? Hit the button. Again, it's free. You don't have to watch every video. You can watch like one and then never watch another one. Honestly, I wouldn't appreciate that all that much, but you should just subscribe if you like the video, or let me know why you didn't like the video in the comment section down below. I love criticism. I also love when people leave hate comments, like really hateful comments, and then I reply to them and then they come back to leave more, because that just helps my video do better in the algorithm. But yeah, this game is amazing. It's just so good. I don't even know how to end this video because it's just so good. I'm just going to go back to playing it again.